Hello there guys, welcome to one of my live videos and today on this video I am going to be talking with you guys about Arsenal Football Club. Obviously as you are all aware of, Unrai Emery is under intense pressure at Arsenal and is actually now on the verge of getting the sack. Obviously Arsenal are in bad run of form. They are winless in their last five league games. So analysing it, this is their worst run since 1998, which is around 21 years ago now. But Arsenal are in a similar situation, to my club, Manchester United, because obviously, we've enjoyed a really difficult start to the season. We've enjoyed our worst start to a Premier League season for over 30 years. And obviously, we have got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer under intense pressure at Man United. So in that aspect, Solskjaer and Emery now do replicate each other. But you've got the vast majority of Man United fans demanding Solskjaer out, and you've got the vast majority of Arsenal fans demanding Unrai Emery out. So obviously, we need to see a variety of changes at my club, Man United. Probably Arsenal need to see a variety of changes at their football club, but it's down to the board, to do want to sack Unrai Emery. Obviously, if the board do care about Arsenal, obviously, they would get rid of Unrai Emery anywhere. Obviously, Arsenal's players are not good enough. Even though deep down they have got some good players in that. Unrai Emery is inheriting a pretty decent squad, but they're just not playing as a unit. So that basically, replicates Manchester United. But, Arsenal have, by the way, got a list of managers on their agenda, who could replace Unai Emery. I have been reading recent reports, and it does reportedly say that Nuno Santo, who's currently the Wolves manager, he says that Arsenal have identified him as their primary candidate to replace Unai Emery. Now, Nuno Santo is actually a really, really good manager. Don't know if he'd do well at Arsenal. Not too sure about that, but I think he's done a really, really good job with Wolves. Nuno Santo has emulated himself up. He's been at Wolves now for quite a few years. Obviously, progressed them to seventh place last season. Also, did get Wolves into the Europa League. Obviously, before he was at Wolves, he managed Porto. He also managed Valencia and also began his managerial career with Rio Ave. So do you think it'd suit the philosophy at Arsenal Football Club, if he was to be recommended in there? Maybe some Arsenal fans, would like to see him in. But now reportedly he's their primary candidate. Obviously there's a few other managers on their agenda. Obviously there has been recent talks about Mikel Arteta, who is actually now a former Arsenal player. He is now currently the coaching assistant at Man City. Also, there's been a lot of narratives in mainstream media of Mauricio Pochettino going to Arsenal. I'm actually very sceptical about Mauricio Pochettino going to Arsenal. It could still happen. Obviously, Pochettino, there's been talks about him, going to a few clubs, obviously, waiting for him. Obviously, there's been talks about him possibly now going to Bayern Munich. I think it did recently say that Barcelona have entered the race for him. Yeah, so like I said, I think Pochettino would be the right candidate for Man United, and I think we probably will recommend Pochettino in if we do decide to sack Solskjaer and that. But Arsenal are in there for him and that, and Pochettino overall is a really, really good manager. Take that into account. My only element of concern I've got about Pochettino, is that he hasn't won out in terms of silverware, but I think prior to that, he's a really, really good manager. He did enjoy 5 good years with Tottenham. He did enjoy 5 good years with Tottenham, like I said. He got them to the League Cup final in his first season. In his first full season, that was. He also guided them to a couple of third place finishes. He also got them runners up in the Premier League in 2017, and also progressed Tottenham to the to the Champions League final last season. Naturally, that was their first ever Champions League final. But Tottenham did decide sacked him last week. They obviously came out with a public statement, to explain the variety of reasons why they ended, Mauricio Pochettino and that. Because initially Tottenham enjoyed them a difficult start to the season, but obviously, Tottenham did recommend Jose Mourinho winning that, and Jose Mourinho has enjoyed a fantastic start to his managerial career with Tottenham. He's won 2 games out of 2. Tottenham did win by 4 goals to 2 against Olympiacos yesterday after actually being 2-0 down. Obviously, Mourinho won his first league game, against West Ham by 3 goals to 2. And like I said, Mourinho's inheriting a lot of young players in that Tottenham squad. He's inheriting, of course, a lot of average players, but maybe Mourinho will be orchestrating on, making a more investment in that Tottenham squad next year. Obviously, to get them to being, competitive and get them, being, future title contenders. Because analysing it, they have come close on a couple of occasions to winning the league with Tottenham. Like I said, Jose Mourinho's under contract with Tottenham until the end of the 2022-2023 season, and he's actually on around £15 million a year. So he's actually on almost double than what Mauricio Pochettino was on. But Mourinho will do a good job. I think he'll succeed at Tottenham. Even recently Solskjaer gave his overarching view on it, and he actually said it's good that Jose Mourinho has returned, and that is good news for the Premier League. But he is regarded as one of the best managers in the world, is Jose Mourinho. Obviously, he's won 25 major honours so far during his managerial career. He's emulated himself up over the years, and he's managed a variety of teams in that. So he has won won a lot of trophies in that. Obviously, we had him for 2.5 years. But obviously, he enjoyed a very difficult time with Man United, and I obviously already give you the variety of reasons why his managerial tenure didn't work out at Man United. Is because obviously he had bad disputes with the board, he had bad disputes with the top players. The board went back in the signage, that I wanted to recommend in to the football club last summer and that. And Jose Mourinho did spend a substantial amount in Man United. Spent, was it 400 million or just under 400 million pounds on 11 players in that. So the vast majority of these players are actually Jose Mourinho's. But yeah, a very, very good manager. Don't forget, Arsenal were in for Jose Mourinho at one point, but obviously Arsenal now can't get him because he has taken the mantle on at Tottenham. So yeah, so Arsenal are in for Mauricio Pochettino. But we're in for him now and that. Obviously we've reignited our interest basically, because reflecting back before we recommended Solskjaer in, this was actually after the sacking of Jose Mourinho in December of last year. Mauricio Pochettino was our primary candidate and that. But obviously we didn't get him at the time because obviously he was reluctant to leave Tottenham. Obviously, like I said, I put into the equation that Daniel Levy is a hard negotiator. As you all know, Tottenham did sack him by the way whilst he was on a contract, because don't forget, in the summer of 2018, I think it was, Mauricio Pochettino signed a 5-year contract with Tottenham with around £8.5 million a year. But he's well proven in the Premier League. Like I said, I think he's actually no comparison to Solskjaer. I think he's also a comparison to Unrai Emery. I think Pochettino is a better manager than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. But I give you the couple of reasons, didn't I, why our preference was Solskjaer, because obviously Solskjaer knows the traditions of the club. Also, Solskjaer was a cheaper solution that, we didn't really have to pay that much, to recommend him in from Mould. And yeah, but, some people do believe Pochettino would be the right candidate for Man United. Some believe, he would be the right candidate for Arsenal. But obviously before Pochettino was at Tottenham, he did manage Southampton. He had a really short tenure with Southampton, and obviously before he was at Southampton, he was at Espanyol. So Mauricio Pochettino has been managing for just over a decade and that. But I do believe, he won't be managerless for long. Also, Massimiliano Allegri is on Arsenal's agenda. Um, you know, don't forget, was it a month or so ago now, maybe even longer, he actually, was our primary candidate, to replace Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because it didn't just say that, Max Allegri were in negotiations with the football club, regarding what salary, he would earn if he was to be recommended in. Also, he did assure he wanted to do a few things if he was, to get recommended in and all that. And at one point, he was actually now our primary candidate. There hasn't been any recent reports emerging that, now anywhere that Max Allegri, will be Manchester United's next manager. Because obviously more doors have been opened since then, with the sacking of Mauricio Pochettino. But he is actually, linked with the Arsenal job. He did actually say that Massimiliano Allegri was, learning English not too long ago in preparation for his potential move. Because analysing it, Massimiliano Allegri has never managed in the Premier League. Actually so far spent the entirety of his managerial career in the Serie A. Obviously he's emulated himself up over the years. Like I said, he started managing smaller various Italian clubs. The recent club he managed was Juventus. He did resign as Juventus manager at the end of last season. He did enjoy around 5 years with Juventus, did Massimiliano Allegri. I think the vast majority of his Silver won came there. He also guided Juventus to two Champions League finals. And also analysing his playing career, he spent the entirety of his playing career in the Serie A. But Massimiliano Allegri is also, been linked with quite a few jobs. But do you think he would be the right man, to elevate Arsenal forward? But anyway, so my overarching view on Unrai Emery is that obviously he's in his second season now with Arsenal. Like I said, I heard a lot of Arsenal fans saying at the start of this season that obviously if Unrai Emery is to remain in the job at Arsenal, obviously Arsenal said they need to get in that top four this season, so obviously they can get into the Champions League, and that's obviously now their expectations. But I'm very, very sceptical about Arsenal getting the top four. I'm also very, very sceptical about, Man United getting that current top four, and that. It's not only that, Arsenal's performances have been very, very poor this season, like my club, Man United. The results have been negative. Unai is definitely nowhere tactically naive. His team selections and that are wrong. Like I said, Unai, before he was at Arsenal, he was at PSG, and he's actually, won some major honours. He won a couple of trophies. He won some trophies with PSG. Don't forget he also won some trophies with Sevilla and that. But what he did at them current teams, he isn't replicating, that at Arsenal. Maybe Arsenal still need to get rid of more players because these problematic players in their squad. I think they are defensively, very, very poor, so they have got to address their defensive deficiencies. Arsenal can show great attacking intent, because they can pass the ball well, they can get bodies in good positions, they can score goals, but they're just defensively, very, very poor. So that's definitely one of the aspects of the game, that one of their aspects of their game that they, do currently need to improve on. You've got to also take into account that their recruitment's been very, very poor. Not only recently, for quite a few years, at least, just like my club's Man United. They did get quite a few players in during the summer, like I mentioned. They got Kieran Tierney, he's been injured this season. Obviously they got David Luiz in. Obviously they didn't really want him. He was a cheap solution. They paid around 8 million for him. They also got I think they did get William Saliba in, but he got loaned back at St Etienne for this season. They also paid a substantial amount for Nicolas Pepe. They paid around £70 million for him, and a lot of people now do believe he's overrated because I don't think he's performed to the standards at Arsenal. As we should have as a lot of people would have expected. Basically, he isn't replicating what he did with Lille, because I thought he enjoyed a fantastic good couple of years with Lille. Nicolas Pepe. But don't forget, Arsenal have got the likes of Patrick Emery, Aubameyang. You know, they've also got Lacazette. And, you know, when Emery does decide to play them, you know, together, you know, they do complement each other well. You know, they are a fantastic partnership, our Arsenal. They have got a couple of decent midfielders. You know, they've got, obviously, you know, Guendouzi, he can play well when he wants. Xhaka, don't forget, you know, he recently, you know, had a dispute with the football club and that. But, you know, they have still got some pretty decent players. Don't forget, back in January, you know, Arsenal were restricted to only loan signings. So, you know, they couldn't make any permanent deals. But, yeah, you know, they are in turmoil and that. And, you know, I think you've got to say that Unrai is comparison to Arsene Wenger, because I've been watching Arsenal recently, and I actually, you know, think to be honest with you, that I saw Arsenal they performed better under Arsene Wenger in that. Obviously, you know, Wenger enjoyed 22 years with Arsenal. Obviously, you know, you can say he had a good 12 or 13 years out of those 22 years. And then obviously, you know, after that point, you know, a lot of Arsenal fans, you know, did want him out and that. And obviously, you know, Wenger did resign in May 2018. But obviously, you know, there's still quite a lot of them players in that team that are Arsene Wenger's anyway. So take into account Unrai, you know, he's in heavy in a lot of them. He's inheriting a lot of them and that, and but yeah. So reportedly, you know, Nuno is the latest manager, you know, to be on Arsenal's agenda. I've got to credit him, you know, because he's done really well with Wolves. Yeah. Yeah, and Arsenal are just a very poor team. You know, they've also got a really poor record against the top six sides. Don't forget. You know, maybe Arsenal will say one of the mistakes they made was getting rid of Alexis Sanchez. I think a lot of Arsenal fans saying, you know, they should have got rid of Mesut Ozil and that. But to be quite honest with you, I think, you know, it could be. I think it could be between Man United and Arsenal to actually, you know, win the Europa League this season. Don't forget, last season Arsenal did progress to the Europa League final, but obviously, you know, lost by 4-1 and that. And by the way, I will be doing a video later on. It will be later on this afternoon, or it will be earlier on this evening. I'm going to give you my reaction to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's press conference. Obviously, I'm going to interpret, you know, some of the stuff that he does give me mention. Obviously, it's a press conference build up to the FC Astana game. Obviously, you know, tomorrow 10 to 4 kickoff and that. So just wanted to do this video and that. So anyway, guys, drop me comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless, and I'll see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching.